Okay. Hello, welcome back. Hopefully you have gotten to this point where you have a font downloaded, your artboard set up here by 11 inches by 4.25 inches. So 11 inches is the width, and that 4.25 inches is the height. Hopefully you've downloaded a font, you've used the type tool to put it on here. You've watched that first tutorial about how to start adding that texture to your name. You should have textures, more than one, right? We're working on a variety here, on your name, okay? So if you're not here, you need to pause, exit out of this video, and go back to the previous video and finish up getting to this point, okay? If you're at this point, super, welcome. We are going to start working on a pattern to put behind here. If it is beneficial or better for you, you can open up a folder in your File Explorer here. In the OneDrive, Digital Design, for your name tag, okay? You can start saving photos that you want to put onto your pattern back here, or you can just work directly onto Photoshop. Either one is fine. If you want to gather photos first, have at it. If you just want to test things out directly on Photoshop, have at it too, okay? If you're saving photos, pause, save your photos. If you're directly working on Photoshop today, we are going to go ahead and open up another artboard. If your name tag is up, you do not have to close out of it, okay? We can open up another tab, make a new artboard. We can keep adding things while we're in here. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this open. I'm going to go up to File. I'm going to hit New, because I want to make a new artboard. You would hit Open if you were trying to open something into here that you've already made. But we haven't made our pattern yet, so we need to hit New. You should be getting good, very, very good at making artboards at this point. We're going to go to Print. We're going to title it Your Initials Pattern. We want it to be a square, okay? 4x4, 5x5, either is fine. Resolution 360. Pick a color that you want to go behind your name tag here, okay? So whatever you want to go back here in this space, that color, that's what you want to put on this artboard. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. I can pick a color in here. Do orange. Get the way I want it. Once you have it set up how you like it, okay, should pop up over here. And that's all we need to do. Name it, make it a square, 4x4 or 5x5, change that resolution, and change the artboard color. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit create. So your artboard should pop up. Make sure you come over here to your layers panel and unlock it. So now what we're gonna do is we're just simply going to go online and start looking up images that we want to use to put on here. PNGs work fine. You should know how to add photos on here after watching the layers video and making a sandwich, and you should know how to easily remove backgrounds with the magic eraser, okay? If you've already saved photos and you want to open them up into here, you can go to File, hit Open, keep opening them up, and they will all pull up here at this top bar, okay? I'm going to work directly from the web. I've already started looking some things up. I've been looking up groovy line patterns. So there's a lot of really cool ones that I could use in here. Keep in mind that whatever you use may not line up if you're doing something like this, because every square is going to repeat over and over and over again. So like this bottom corner would repeat again up on that next square. So it wouldn't technically line up with anything. If you're okay with that, I say go for it. If you're not okay with that, I say don't go for it, okay? You could do math of some sort and maybe copy and paste this a few times onto your artboard to get it to line up perfectly, but I am not going to do that right now, okay? What I am going to do is pick one of these fun circle pieces, maybe. we'll go. This one would probably line up. Good mark of this. This one would also probably line up. We'll click on this. Copy it. And minimize that. I'm gonna hit Control V for paste, and it opens up that first layer. Again, it's a good habit to start labeling and naming your layers, okay? That way when there's a bazillion of them and I come over and ask, do you need help? And you're like, I do need help, but I don't know what layer it's on. I'm gonna look at you like a crazy woman, okay? So, try to decide, I'm gonna stretch this, I think. So if I want to stretch it up, I need to hold down on Shift. And it's gonna allow me to kind of warp it the way that I want it to look. Keep stretching it all the way up. There we go. I'm gonna try to center it here. I'm gonna stretch it this way as well. Boom. Still holding Shift. If I don't hold Shift on here, it doesn't allow me to kind of stretch it. It keeps it in that perfect box shape, which is the opposite in Illustrator, which is super fun. Don't know why they wouldn't keep it the same. Okay, I need to hit enter or that little white check up at the top to say, yes, I want this to go here. Enter that transformation. I'm gonna go over here to my magic eraser tool and clip out any of that excess stuff I don't want. Okay. Not a super clean, high quality image, right? But for the sake of demo and for the sake of time, I'm gonna leave it. I could go back in with just a normal eraser tool, change the size up here, and clean it up, but I'm not going to do that, okay? Other things I'm thinking about including are a disco ball. What colors I got? Pink, green, like a peach. Okay. So I could include a cute little disco ball if I wanted to do that one. This one's pretty cute. I'm gonna go ahead and hit copy, minimize that, and paste. Same thing here. Gonna hit the magic eraser, get rid of all that junk in the background. And I want to just erase this completely. Shoom. This one is way cleaner of an image, right? It's looking much, much better than my other image here. Other things I could add here are some flowers. Can you tell I'm doing a little theme, a little groovy theme? This one's really cute. Copy that. Put it on there. It's in the back. How can I move it? I can go over here to my layers. Remember that handy dandy sandwich? And pull it on up to the top. Go in here with the magic eraser. Get rid of all that crud. And I'm gonna shrink it down a little bit. If I like this and I want to keep using it, I can. It's not gonna let me do what I usually do. I'll come over here. Copy and paste it. Oh, it's letting me do it still. Okay. We can go up here to image, and hit, where is it at? Adjustments. What? Just kidding. It's not letting us do that. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. I lied. Edit, transform. If you want to flip it, okay, we can go down to flip horizontal, just long ways, so I can flip it there. I can mimic that guy up here. So if you need to flip something, remember to go under edit and transform and flip. You can flip it upside down too with this one that's flip vertical. Often I can right click on it and it pulls up here, but it's not doing that right now. So if it doesn't, come up here and do it there. Other things I could add, let's see. I like poppies. It's my favorite flower. I like orange poppies specifically. Orange. Put in orange. Could add a cute little poppy in there. Just trying to find more of an illustrated. We'll go ahead and go with this one. Copy. Shoom. Okay. I'll put that in here. Get rid of that nasty background. Scale it. Shoom. I'll pop it over here. Enter that transformation. And I have another one. Pull a bit. Move it up. Enter that transformation. Okay. Your pattern needs to have at least 10 different items on it, okay? We can count these 1, 2, 3, 4 as 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I need to add one more thing here, okay? So make sure you're adding enough to it. Don't leave it to the bare minimum. It looks pretty cool when you add a lot and then you see the whole pattern put together here, okay? So once you get your pattern done, the way we can view it and make sure that we like it is that we're gonna go up here to view, and then we're gonna go to pattern preview. This will pop up on your screen here. You can hit OK. And then I'm gonna zoom out so you can see my pattern. Pretty cool, right? I can zoom way far out. It's itty bitty tiny. But it's a handy dandy, easy trick to create a quick pattern, and you can make all sorts of intricate patterns with it. The nice thing about in this preview is you can move and see how it's moving on every other part of your pattern. I will tell you that once you move a piece off of your pattern, it slices it. Show you. Yeah, see how it gets sliced there? So it starts to do really weird things that maybe you don't want it to do. So be careful with that. But you can move things around, resize things as needed, and start to really see what your pattern's going to look like. Maybe you feel like there's an empty space somewhere and you're like, oh, maybe I should move this over. It's good to make those final adjustments here in that pattern preview, okay? Once you have the pattern set up, we need to save it, first of all, so that way you can submit it to Schoology to that assignment. I just want to see this square here. So you can go to File, Export, Export As, make sure it's a JPEG, make sure it's high quality, and then you click Export and save it to your digital design folder, and then the name tag folder. And this is what I want to see under that pattern submission, okay? After you get it submitted there, then we're going to make it a pattern so that way we can put it onto our name tag, okay? So what you're going to do here is you're going to go to Edit. You're going to go to Define Pattern. Click on it. It's going to probably name it whatever you named up here. That's fine. If you need to rename it, you can name it Disco or whatever. Now's the time to do it. Hit OK. Then we go to our name tag here. Go to Window. And you're going to open up the patterns here. I'm going to go down to P, Patterns panel. It'll pop up over here. You can see I've already made one. This is the pattern I made earlier with my cute little cats. It's adorable, I know. Go back into here. I can grab this pattern, take it down to the artboard layer, and drop it. And boom. It lays that pattern in to the back right there for you. If you want it to be smaller or you want it to angle, all you need to do is go over to that layer down here with the pattern fill, click on that little box, and this guy will pop up here, okay? Scale, it starts at 100. You can make it bigger. I don't suggest going bigger. And you can go itty bitty tiny at 1, okay? Somewhere between 1 and 100 is probably what you're going to want. It's up to you how many times you want to see your pattern repeated. Maybe you want to see it a lot. Maybe you want it to be itty bitty tiny, okay? Maybe you only want to see it like twice. Up to you, all right? Up here is where you can angle it. You can physically move it and it will twist it, or you can type in an angle if you want to do that sort of math. I like to just kind of click, see what's looking good. wouldn't want this one probably upside down because it says disco on it. If you want it to just be straight, and put it in a 0 there, okay? So I would play around, see what scale or size you want that pattern to be, how many times you're wanting to see it. But it's pretty fun being able to put it there in the background, see what it's looking like. If you absolutely hate the color that it is behind your name tag, you could go back, just that color, and we can just keep filling in patterns here, okay? I'll show you my other one really quick. I'm gonna delete this one out. Bye-bye pattern. Put my cat one in. Oh, you can, sorry, I didn't mean to put it there. You can plop it into your name. Looks kind of cool, doesn't it, right? If you want to make another pattern and put it into your name, you're more than welcome to. Put mine back here. I like to have mine at like, I think it's 56 is the magic number. Yeah, you'll see it twice. This one gets kind of crazy at an itty bitty tiny scale. But that is what we are doing right now, is working on making that pattern. Once you have the pattern, you will submit it to Schoology, so that way I can see it prior to you putting it on your name tag. And then you can put it on your name tag here. Okay. So look forward to seeing your patterns. Pattern on top of a pattern. Yeah.